Hi, I'm Andrea with Joe & Sons Olive Oils, and today we're going to be making a lemon olive oil blueberry cobbler. It's great for summertime and when blueberries are in season. Thank you for joining me at the table. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So this is very simple. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our Eureka Lemon Olive Oil from Joe & Sons Olive Oils. And so we're just going to go ahead and pour out a half a cup. So we're just going to have her measure that out here. And I'm actually going to take this pour spout off. I love these pour spouts because it controls the flow of the oil, but sometimes you just want it to come out a little bit faster. So we're going to go ahead and pour half a cup here. And then what you do is you just put it right into your baking dish. So pour it around. There you go. Then next, we're going to go ahead, I've got 1 cup of self-rising flour. Now, if you happen to not have self-rising flour at home, you can certainly make your own by taking 1 cup of all-purpose flour, add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and you get the same result. I like to keep self-rising flour on hand at all times for just quick to make pancakes, biscuits, and then in this case a really easy, quick cobbler. All right, so I've got my self-rising flour here, 1 cup. I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. Just give it a quick little whisk. And then I'm just going to add my wet ingredients. I've got 1 cup of milk. That's your batter. It's that simple. Now what happens is when you pour this in that oil, I know it seems a little crazy. So the outside gets a little bit crispy, but also the oil incorporates all into this batter as it's baking. All right, so I'm just going to give it a little whisk. Oh, and I've got some vanilla extract that I'm going to add as well. And I did put aside a little bit of sugar here. I'm just going to put a tiny bit in our blueberries. Not much because they're nice and ripe and already sweet, but you can add more or less as needed depending on how ripe your blueberries are. Okay, so I've got my batter. It's pretty wet. So we're going to just go ahead and pour it on in. And I know it looks a little crazy. You're not going to mix this up. You leave it alone. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do, as I mentioned, is I'm just going to add a little bit of blueberry balsamic vinegar. Just a tiny little bit for a little acidity and just a little bit of sugar. Just sprinkle it on in. Give that a quick stir. Now you can change this up and use peaches when they're in season. So the same exact recipe, but simply use peaches. Use a little bit of our peach white balsamic that we've got as well. You can change it up with apples. You can do all sorts of things. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle my blueberries all over the top. And that is it. We're going to pop it in an oven at 350 degrees. Until it is set. So we had this cooking at our 350 degree oven for about 45 minutes. We checked it at 30 minutes and it still wasn't quite done. So it's just wonderful now. I've started plating it up. We're going to go ahead and plate up another one. It's got just this wonderful crust on the outside from putting that olive oil in first. Ooh, this is a good piece with lots and lots of blueberries. So it's still nice and hot, fresh out of the oven. And of course, we have to serve this with some vanilla ice cream. Ooh, you can smell those blueberries and that lemon. And then I'm just garnishing it just to make it pretty with a little bit of fresh mint. So now it's time for the taste. So here goes nothing. I want to get a little bit of that nice crunchy outside, some ice cream. Delicious. The lemon and the blueberry together are fantastic. I can't even talk, it's so good. I'm Andrea from Joe & Sons Olive Oils, and thank you for joining me at the table. If you'd like this recipe and other ones like it, please check out our website at joeandsonsoliveoils.com.